Friends, today I want to talk about General Colin Powell, whom I have admired for a long time. However, I'm sad to see some people are not happy with Colin Powell and calling him in names, especially in USA. So it was a little shocking for me. Some guys, look, I wrote a note. I'm going to read it out. Some guys in USA are not happy with Colin Powell. I don't know why. They say no tears for Colin Powell. He is an anti Israeli, Iran deal making liberal who was a beneficiary of his Savior's blessings throughout all his career. Much of it cuts of the Bush family, father and son, that picked him merely because of his skin color to be the face of their Iraq and Afghanistan wars and to be the Secretary of the State. What allegation? Wild allegation. Sadly, they say he's a poster boy for the black privilege, and his experience belies that constant claim of white privilege. They say he's a liar. Apparently, he's not. They say, while he liked to brag to the Jews that he spoke Yiddish, because of his constantly because he constantly harped on Israel for defending itself but attacked Jewish settlements. Apparently feeling it's okay to deny Jews permission to live in certain places, as they say, that is their own homeland, where they lived for thousands of years. The same way, some neighborhoods in America did not want blacks like him to live in certain areas. In 2016, he leaked emails showed that he revealed top secret classified information on Israel's nuclear program and its missile aimed at Iran. Sadly, these guys say he should have been prosecuted for that. But that was never happened because of his race and politics. They don't like now, as many Jewish media and pro-Israel sources are claiming him as a supporter. It should be noted that he is a Jamaican descent, which is a characteristic of many black anti-Semitics like Louis Farrakhan. They are telling. Also, Jamaican blacks get affirmative action despite of the fact that their ancestors were never subject to slavery in America. But I appreciate all service to the American cause. He served in Vietnam, not in the front lines, and not in the infantry too. It was for the most part as investigators questioned him, of those who are actually on the front lines of my life. That infamous fabricated my life. He defended his men, but he condemned the incident. They have no idea, these people, those who are blaming him today, they have no idea what they're talking about. They don't understand war. They don't understand war on terror and insurgency at all. And how your enemy would deceive you. In battlefront, many things happen which textbooks will not be able to explain. I would tell them to read, please. You guys, please read Sun Tzu, How to Create Deception. And my life was one of those deceptions. They must not talk about Vietnam War, which they don't know at all. They talk rubbish saying Powell's life or position made him and family members millions in board seats, shares of companies like AOL, Time Warner, Salesforce, Bloom Energy, Kleiner Perkins, etc. Based solely on Collins Powell's name, his son was appointed in institutions like FCC and his daughters like Anna and Linda Marie got plump job in Hollywood show business. Why they also say they're saying wild things. I am surprised by how they can say like that. And why at this time when he's dead? Well, Powell claimed to be a Republican. He was never really one. He was a leftist. Colin Powell is leftist. Whined about his climate change and other causes that celebrate of the neo-Marxist left now dominates America. But endorsing several of them, including Obama and Biden, it is possible. In the high place, there are friendships. They may like it or not, but there are both that kind of bonhomie exists. We have to accept that. And they also say he was not a war hero, no American statesman of anything of that sort. He was a political prostitute. My God! Who jumped up every step because of his skin pigment and laughed the way to the bank. This is a very unfortunate attack on Colin Powell. Let Colin Powell. As Powell notes in 1995 autobiography, My American Journal, in which he says, in 1969, he was an Army Major and Deputy Operation Officer in American Division, stationed at the divisional headquarters in Chu Lai in Vietnam. He says that in March that year, an investigation from the Prosecutor General Office of the Military Assistance Command Vietnam paid a call in a Joe Friday monotone. The investigation sought questions at Powell about Powell's position at the division and the division operational journals, of which Powell was a custodian. The inspector then asked Powell to produce the journals for 1968, Powell's last military assignment. America, whoever you are, you cannot mess with Justice Department. It's not like banana republics, you do something, you get away because of your friends. In America, it does not happen like that. From October 1989 to September 93, he was the 12th chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff, highest military position for the Department of Defense. During that time, he oversaw 28 operations, including the invasion of Panama 1989, Operation Desert Storm, in the Persian Gulf War against Iraq 1990 to 1991. He formulated Powell Doctrine, which limits American military action unless it satisfies the criteria regarding American national security interests, plus overwhelming force should not be used, and widespread public support is needed. You cannot just go and, here we are, go on, chaps. That is not going to happen. That's Powell's doctrine. when in India too, see where Powell has contributions. When Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee met President Bush in November 2001, he embraced the objective of transforming our bilateral relation, calling it India and United States nationalized. We are democracies, they are democracies, and we are the world's biggest democracy, they're the oldest democracy. And we have to have some kind of, natural partnership. We like each other, and we cannot, we are dependent on each other. Powell oversaw that process and met Yashwant Singh, the foreign minister. I'm not saying Powell was a good man or he was a god, and not your criticism. But the way today some media and people are talking now, that is nothing but very bad taste. Powell, Paul Saab, India likes you. Rest in peace. Thank you very much for watching.